Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Katie and today I am going to be showing you some new products that Close to My Heart is now carrying. So Close to My Heart is now carrying Tim Holtz Distressed Oxide Inks, which I am super excited about. I've been a huge fan of Tim Holtz for years, so I'm really excited that we're now carrying this product. So in the core catalog or the annual catalog, September 2020 to August 2021, that is where you will find all the Distressed Oxide Inks. So I'm just going to go ahead and get that page opened up. I kind of put a piece of paper in there to show you. This is now the mixed media section. So mixed media is a huge trendy thing to do with card making or scrapbook pages or even just other artwork, just any kind of paper crafting. It's super fun. So we are now going to be offering a huge array of the Distressed Oxide Inks. Now I wasn't able to snag all of them, but I did get quite a few, and we're gonna go ahead and just play with it for a while. I also kind of want to show you the glossy sprays. Those are really fun, a new product that we'll be carrying. And then up here on top, the Stickles glitter gel. And it kind of coordinates with all of this page. So this page kind of shows the tools and then the stencil packs that you can use with it. There are a few items that we had prior that are carrying over, such as the palette knives and the texture paste trio, along with the big opaque matte texture paste, which I do have these two items, and I will definitely show you guys in another video how to use these and actually how to use these and these all together, because everything kind of coordinates to do a really fun mixed media effect. And then on this page, I just wanted to show you real quick, we are also offering the Distressed Watercolor cardstock as well, which works best on with the Distressed Oxide Inks, but you can also use just regular paper as well. The watercolor is just suggested because oxide ink or distressed oxide ink actually activates with water. So to avoid any warping, you would use the thicker cardstock, which is the water paper cardstock. So here is just kind of an up close of the Distressed Oxide Inks. If you've never used Tim Holtz products before, this is different than regular dye-based ink. It actually says right in the back that it is dye and pigment ink infused, which means it has both together. Typically, most of Close to My Heart's inks are actually dye-based. We do offer a line of quite a few of them in pigment-based, but we don't have a mixture of both. So that's why they decided to partner with Ranger in the Tim Holtz line to get the Distressed Oxide Inks. So the tool you're going to be needing to actually use this is the mini ink blending tool, and it comes with a few pads, but you can add extra pads or buy extra pads as well. So I am just going to go ahead and get all of this off of my surface because I don't want to actually ruin my background. This will and can stain things. So I am just actually using a Teflon sheet that I have that I kind of just use for my heat press. And I am going to go ahead and get all of this fun open up. So sorry for any cracking or loud noises of me opening this, but I just wanted to show you kind of a close-up of these little blending tools. So this piece right here is what comes off, and it's just velcroed right onto it. So you put the black side down and you use the white side. And this is the tool that is indeed recommended with the inks. There is a certain kind of sponge that this is made out of that actually does work better. There is another tool that Tim Holtz or Ranger has as well that works really well with this, but that part is, I want to get it perfectly center. Really doesn't matter if it's center or not, but that is just my OCD. So I'm going to go ahead and get some of these inks out. And again, with the difference of the oxide inks, since it is dye and pigment based, it is also a different kind of animal. You don't use it exactly the same way. You can stamp with it, and that will work. But when you are using it to actually color a piece of cardstock or any other porous material that you are working on, you actually want to start off the surface and work onto your paper. So don't just take it, dab it, and put it right there, because then you'll have a circle. Unless you're going for the circle effect and you kind of want little polka dots everywhere. Otherwise, the whole point is to blend everything and make it go together. So I'm going to go ahead and get these open as well, because I am going to need one for each color. And again, these are not all of them that are carried either by Ranger or Tim Holtz. There's a huge array. These are just the colors that Close to My Heart decided to use this time around. Doesn't mean we won't get more added later, maybe next year's catalog or even the next couple of 2-month catalogs that are coming along. And some of them, actually, I believe all of these are now on back order, but they will be back in stock. And I'm really hoping to get my hands on the Black Soot. And there was another one I really wanted just for kind of Halloween purposes. Let me just go ahead and look in the catalog, and I will tell you what other colors also come with the Tim Holtz Distressed Oxide ink here in the annual catalog. So the colors that come with are the ones that I have shown down here, which I have Candied Apple, Abandoned Coral, Picked Raspberry, Spiced Marmalade, Mustard Seed, Mowed Lawn, Peacock Feathers, and Seedless Preserves. The ones that I have missing, which as soon as they're back in stock I will be ordering, are Tattered Rose, Antique Linen, Peeled Paint, Chipped Sapphire, Pumice Stone, and Black Soot. So there are a few more that I will be ordering later, but let's just go ahead and get a nice fun start on this. So when you open them up, you will notice that the pad is also very different than our traditional ink pads. And again, that's because this is a dye and pigment based. And I'm not really making this for any particular reason. I just kind of wanted to get on here and play with it. And we'll see what actually happens. So what I've been told with the Distressed Oxide inks is when you stamp it in or you're trying to ink it up with this little tool, it's okay that this isn't fully saturated. That's kind of the point of it. It is supposed to be, again, a more blendable ink. So again, when you ink it up and you see that it's not completely saturated, that is perfectly normal. And you want to start off of your project and work your way into it. And you want to use the kind of circular motion as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and continue with the orange and until I get, I guess, a good amount of color. And you can see that on this paper, I'm just continuously swirling it around, and it is definitely blending right into that page. So right there, you can kind of see how when I was off the paper and then kind of moved it over, you don't really see too many of those lines. So I'm going to go ahead and get that one removed and then put this one on. And I think I'm going to try the yellow. Maybe I'll do red first. Or this isn't really red. This is red. Candied Apple. I'll do the red first and then the yellow. Again, I'm not really making this for any particular reason. I'm just kind of showing you the new product that we have and just kind of having fun with it. So again, starting off and then going in. And I'm going right over that orange as well. So kind of just getting a little bit of that color onto that piece of paper and then overlapping it kind of over that orange. And then I'm going to go back with the orange and go right over the two areas where the colors kind of met. And there are really awesome tutorials on YouTube, Facebook, all over the place, kind of showing you the best way to get a really cool effect with these Distressed Oxide inks. I would definitely recommend, obviously, just watching Tim Holtz. He does awesome Facebook Lives, and then he does, obviously, his own YouTube channel through Ranger and everything. I've been watching it for years, and it's just really fun to kind of actually get my hands on the bigger sizes and really use them on this sheet of paper. So as you can see, I kind of blended those two areas together so it's no longer a sharp, harsh line. And then I'm going to go ahead and end this with, I think I'm going to do yellow on the top. And maybe this color scheme really didn't exactly make sense, but I think it's going to, oh, got to put the padding on. I think it's going to turn out really cute just because it'll be fun. It's always fun just kind of playing with brand new products, even if you don't really know what you're doing. It's just fun to give everything a try. So again, just kind of inking it up and then just kind of swirling it around. And then this area right here, I'm going to go over again with the red and just kind of blend that part in right on that edge, which obviously the yellow and the red are going to kind of make another orange effect. So I'm just going to go ahead and get that blended in, go back to the yellow and just go off and then right back on. And again, smoothly blending over all that area where it kind of overlaps. And there you have it. That is our first distressed oxide ink project. And it goes from this really fun yellow to this orange to the red to like another shade of orange all over again. And I just think that's a really fun effect. This could be a really cute card base. I think this way would look really cute actually. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do with it. It is kind of... It could go for a Halloween card. It could go for a birthday card. Could go easily for a ton of cards. But the other thing that I wanted to show you all that's really awesome about distressed oxide inks is, again, they activate with water. So there is another tool that you can buy, and this is close to my heart, does not carry this, but I've actually had this for years for other projects, and it's just the Tim Holtz Distress Sprayer. You can get this at Hobby Lobby or Michael's or what have you. And I'm just going to go ahead and actually spray the card base with a little bit of water. And as you can see right away, the background is kind of activating with the water. So if I show you real close up, you can see that the colors are changing. So I know what a lot of people do is actually take another piece of paper or a piece of paper towel and kind of pat it down onto it. So I'm just going to get a piece of scrap paper and just kind of push it down, lift it up. Just kind of rub that. And then here is kind of a really cool distressed look that is just using the inks and the sprayer. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can get a little bit more of that water kind of soaked up. You can see that the ink is right there. I do think it works better with paper towel, but I did not have any on hand. So here's a much better close-up. So here, I just think this gives a really cool effect. Again, this would be really fun for a birthday card background of a card, or even cutting something out with this with a die cut, or, you know, this could be the beginning of a really cool Halloween card. So thank you so much for watching my little tutorial on the distressed oxide inks that Close to My Heart now carries. Thank you, as always, for joining me on my crafty little adventure, and I will see you all next time.